Christmas. White Christmas.
I'm Mary Swanson.
The most beautiful woman alive. Flew to Aspen and out of my life.
What the hell are we doing here, Gary? We gotta get out of this town. Yeah, you just want to go to Aspen and find that girl, and you need me to drive you there, right? Yeah, am I right? Am I right?
You know what I'm sick and tired of here? I'm sick and tired of having to eke my way through life. I'm sick and tired of being a nobody. But most of all, I'm sick and tired of having nobody.
We're in a hole. We're just gonna have to dig ourselves out.
Just when I think you couldn't possibly be any dumber, you go and do something like this.
Shoot, don't say that again. She is the love of my life.
So obviously, music and word choice, and even just the order you put things in, can really change your perception on something. For those of you who've seen the movie, you know it's nothing like that, but those are all scenes directly from it. With that being said, like, I apologize for how this was a very not put together presentation, but that's most of the important things I wanted to cover. There's a little bit about animation, but the big notes about animated movies versus normal ones is there's nothing saying, no matter what the Oscar and the Academy will tell you, there's nothing saying animated movies are inherently worse. Animated movies have some chances that normal ones don't. They give up their grounds in reality, but as such, the animators are given freedom to exaggerate. Exaggerate body language, exaggerate facial expression, and to make visual gags that otherwise aren't possible. For example, what's it called? Disney's got a movie coming out called Zootopia. There's a lot of visual gags where the animals as people are really encapsulated, like the sloth DMV, for example. Like it's a visual gag that otherwise isn't possible. So again, I guess that's the end of the presentation, and we can open up the floor to any questions if there are any. Otherwise, that was that.
What was the most like overrated movie you watched and was just like that was stupid?
Most overrated movie? Ah, jeez. I don't want to say Pulp Fiction. But
What?
That's pretty high up there for me. Like that was.
I thought it was very like I said, I think Tarantino's pretty overrated. I don't want to say it's the most overrated movie, but it's probably up there to be perfectly. Like I said, unpopular opinion.
Oh my God, yeah, popular.
But like I said, you know, you don't have to like good movies.
Yeah.
Just like what you like. That's really the one that first comes to mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever watched a movie and loved it to death and then like seen it again like on a plane or like at a friend's house and just like couldn't do it without focusing on it? You just couldn't.
So when you say without focusing on it, what do you mean?
I don't know. I'm trying to remember a good example, but I've seen films and those were really like jumped out to you. Like you saw it and when it was given your full attention in the theater, it like changed you. And then you just saw it on a TV in somebody's house and you know a bunch of people were over and you're like, this is a great movie, and you all sit down, you know, missing the first 20 minutes and while it's all loud and
The Prestige. That was a big one. Like I watched the first time, you put a lot of attention into it. It's pretty good. It's like you can't jump into the middle of it basically unless you've already seen it before. So like you said, you try to show it to other people. They're like talking to the first 20, 30 minutes, they miss all the setup, and you're kind of like, oh, wow, the big reveals are kind of meaningless now. All the foreshadowing. That's a big thing. Foreshadowing is huge, especially in a movie like that. And so it's hard to. I guess that'd be my answer if I'm understanding your question correctly. It's just I enjoyed the movie, but I couldn't enjoy it with other people if they started late, basically. Yeah.
So what's like overall like is everything all the different parts taken into account, like overall what do you think your favorite and most well put together movie you've ever seen is?
Favorite movie, that's a tough one. I have favorite movies for I really like, but can't really say why I like it, is this movie called Mr. Nobody. If anybody's ever heard of that? It was on Netflix for a while. I don't know if it still is or not. It's a very long movie, and like I said, I have a hard time describing like what I like about it. The premise is it's a kid who gets stuck at a tough crossroads in his life. His parents are breaking up. Does he go with his mom? Does he go with his dad? And then from there, the movie just spirals into like an almost butterfly effect-esque cascade, in that it shows all the different possibilities and it jumps between them. The character basically disoriented more and more each time as he's reasoning through all the different paths. It's very visually stunning. There's a few things that still don't quite make much sense to me, but just the way it jumps around to frame stories and expresses a bunch of different possibilities. That's a theme that I love, is how different could things be between one small thing. Yes, Jordan.
So I watched, I'm going to say 45 minutes of Memento, and then abruptly stopped because it was stupid. Are there any movies that you like started watching was just like, I don't care, and quit halfway through?
Yes, but I gotta think of which ones.
Well, you think, I have a funny story about that movie.
Okay.
It's short, it's just, when I first watched that movie, I'm pretty sure Sevi was there watching it with me.
Which movie are you talking about?
Memento.
Memento.
This would have been freshman year, I'm pretty sure Sevi was there. And this is at the point where I just thought he was really annoying.
Wait.
Freshman year, when he was very, like, hyperactive.
Were you in Crockett?
This was in Crockett, yes. I mean, I love the boy, but he was very hyperactive freshman year. It was
It was
comical.
Pulp Fiction, the first time I watched it, I stopped partway through.
Oh, I did too. It's
Yeah.
a
Could not get into that at first. Really? Yeah. I eventually went back and said, okay, I gotta give it a fair shot. I gotta watch through and do it right. And even then, I still wasn't a super thrilled. I did that for Rocky originally. I fell asleep during The Matrix, but that was more the merit of me being a sixth grader who was up at midnight for the first time ever.
Yeah.
So that wasn't the problem. Because of that experience, though, I haven't gone back and rewatched it yet, which I really should get around to. Yeah. Primer is a wonderful example.
I saw this about it.
Time travel. I've seen it 3.5 times at this point. The first time I watched it, I had it on in the background that you were asking. Didn't pay enough attention to it because I heard it's like a great movie. And then I tuned in partway through and I was like, I have no clue what's going on. So I turned it off halfway through. And the next day I was like, okay, let me give it a fair shot this time. I turned it on and then I was just like, I still have no idea what's going on. And I tried the second time and the third time. I've given up at this point. My roommate was telling me apparently there's some people who like to this day are still unraveling to decipher how the movie actually works, like plot, timeline wise.
Well, I think I watched the movie with my friends, and the video, I think the DVD itself was actually broken. I would press this like a certain button on like the VCR machine, and so we thought that the video kept on looping, like the movie kept on looping through the same scene. We watched it at least 5 times, like looking for individual like changes, like what's different here? Then we saw the little like numbers on the video, and like it would just cycle back over, and like the DVD machine's broke. I still remember. Oh my god.
That's so funny.
It's great. And Aaron, you had your hand raised, right?
Yeah, come back to me in a second.
Okay.
Is there any movie that you thought you would completely hate and it was awful until you actually watched it?
Probably. Let's see, something I thought I'd hate until I watched it. To be honest, that's how I feel about a lot of like the really popular movies. Because like I always hear all the people like raving about it, and the first couple movies that were super popular that I watched were ones I didn't super enjoy. Like again, sorry, Jim, Pulp Fiction. There's some people like they critically acclaimed, people really like them, and 2 or 3 I watched that I just didn't enjoy. So if anything's ever been on like a top 100 list, I've broken the stigma now. But at first I'd be like, I don't think I really want to watch this because it's probably more. Also a lot of like Oscar-winning movies and a lot of romantic-oriented movies. Like, I'm probably not going to enjoy this, but
500 Days was good.
which one?
500 Days.
That's one of my favorite movies. Like, that's a really good movie. Yeah, also Eternal Sunshine, the Spotless Mind.
I think something's happening to Rocco.
Sounds like someone's coming to life.
That's okay.
You ever watch any like Hollywood flicks? Because it was amazing that they started like 3 hours long.
I think I've seen one. I've seen a lot of scenes, but
It's just so long. Like,
they're so funny though.
Cannot do it.
One of my favorite scenes of Hollywood when I see it is there's a cop who's driving. He like swerves his car really hard, slams on the brake, opens the door and steps out, and the car flips over him, shoots the guy, and then like runs, jumps over a car, and then gets back in his car as it lands and drives off. Something absurd like that.
I love it.
I got a question for you guys. Have you guys ever started a movie that without the intent of like watching it through and then getting wrapped up in it? Like put it on in the background for studying noise or something, and then just zoom, you're there. No? Yeah, which one?
It's a few now. Usually, my girlfriend will just put something on Netflix, and I'll
Yeah.
be like, I should do some work, and then I just end up watching it over there. Anyways.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Person of Interest?
I'm not. No.
You should watch it. But there's when you get to like the last season, like the last episodes, there's a really interesting style that I think you would enjoy.
Hopefully, I'll put person in. Can you message me that on Slack?
Yeah, it's on Netflix. At least the first 4 seasons. And you have to torrent the fifth.
I feel like a lot of the like 3.5, 4-star movies on Netflix, it's like, oh, what the hey, I'm studying, it might as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's only because it's like effectively free.
Yeah.
Someone even better not me doesn't reveal.
Did you ever watch Birdman?
Birdman is a movie I have been dying to see, but I've just not been ready to pay for it.
You brought up Tracking Jeff Pirate. Come on.
Yes. I really should. But like for something like Birdman.
But no, you brought up Tracking
Yeah, it's
Shots.
famous for its like what 10-minute tracking shot or
No,
something.
the entire movie.
Oh, the entire movie's a
One
tracking shot.
continuous shot. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
A 90-minute continuous shot. Yeah.
I knew it was a long tracking shot, but I didn't realize it was the whole movie.
Yeah. No,
That is, like I said, a movie I've been dying to see and just haven't gotten around to yet.
It's one of my favorite movies. The sound design is out of this world. It's
I
the
heard.
best sound design I've ever heard.
It's also got a phenomenal cast, right? I heard they're all basically playing caricatures of themselves.
Yeah.
That's super cool to me. So like I said, I just recently started getting movies, so my backlog is like 300 movies long. But that's definitely near the top.
How'd you guys like analyzing like the scenes and stuff? Like, did you? Because I mean, like your average person isn't like, oh, this is an awesome tracking shot right now. Like,
Yeah.
how did you like? Did you just like look up different techniques and like movie like?
So originally, my brother made an offhand comic. Like I said, my brother's a little younger than me. He is studying to be a playwright, and he's actually pretty good at it. His school's brought a couple of stuff. But through listening to him like research how to write and stuff, he pointed a few things out in movies. Like we watch a movie together, and I'd be like, "Wow, Steve, this was awesome." And he's like, "No, this was actually pretty bad." I was like, "Why?" And he's like, "The director did this when he should have done that," and something like that. I was like, "Oh, huh." And then I wanted to keep pace in conversation, so I started reading up on it. I learned the basics of a few things, and I was like, "Oh, that's cool." And as I